Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're certainly welcome back to the channel again. Keith here from Command Hoops. This is your first time viewing the channel. Please do click that like and subscribe button. Second video of the day. I'm off work for a couple of days, so I might as well catch up on the content and give you my personal input onto everything. So it looks like Celtic are about to sign their second signing of this transfer window. Tilio from Melbourne City, part of the City group. 21-year-old attacking player. You can play on both wings and you play up front. 5'7", being capped for Australia 5 times. Was a part of Australia's World Cup squad because Martin Boyle got injured and he got a call up the last minute for the Socceroos. One of the hot prospects coming out of the A-League. He's won 3 titles with Melbourne City as well. And Melbourne City fans are excited for him to move to Scottish football because he scored 9 goals last season. 5 assists in there, and the type of player he is, he's very, very pacey. Look at a couple of these videos, the usual malarkey. We all go into the likes of Transfer Market, go onto YouTube, check out what the player's like, and I'm very impressed. I'm more excited about this guy than I am Thiago Holm. Look at Thiago Holm, is going to boss it. I think he looks like a big prospect. The likes of Manchester United and Juventus were looking at Thiago Holm a couple of seasons ago, so I'm excited about this guy. Sky Sports broke the news a couple of hours ago and Celtic have agreed personal terms. Hopefully it will be finalised and by Friday we'll have him announced as a player. Usually Celtic like to announce these kind of Friday morning. So second player in. I've talked about Tierney in the previous video. If you haven't seen the last video, me talking about Kieran Tierney. The other good news is Kyogo and Karabashi are currently training with their former club Vissel Kobe, which they came from Iniesta's former club now as well. Over in Japan, they're getting a bit of training in. Vissel Kobe are in the middle of their season at the moment, so high intensity training is required for the boys. The fixtures are out on Friday, so we'll find out at 9 o'clock Friday morning who we have in our opening fixture, when the derbies are going to be. Is it going to be a home game for Flag Day? Fingers crossed it is. I know under Brendan Rodgers' first game in the previous tender, it was Hearts away in the opening game of the season. So let's see what happens in regards to this. It's good news as well. It looks like Joe Hart is quite excited to come back and to get back training, reunite with the boys. He posted a picture on Instagram of him basically saying can't wait with the 4-league clover. So he must have had a chat with the gaffer. Hopefully he's going to be our number 1 next season. I know a lot of people are still a bit iffy about him. Like, Joe has obviously been a good servant for Celtic over the last 2 years. He does have a mistake in him, like most goalkeepers do have mistakes in them, but to have that experience at the back, experience for the Champions League games, being basically our vice captain, it's crucial. It's crucial to have a figure like that in the dressing room, and I hope when eventually does leave Celtic in the player aspect, we can keep him on as a goalkeeper aspect. Goalkeeper coach, he might take over from Stevie Woods. You never know. Stevie Woods deserves the credit. He's been at the club since 2007 and he's done a good job so far. So Kyogo, Kobashi are training, Joe Hart, all the players are getting their training in. Starfeld's been getting his training in with Jacinta and stuff. So it's good to see that these boys are abroad and they're taking this fitness to an extra level, so to be stronger and better for next season. Not trying to do an Ange quote in any ways, but you know what I mean. They have a treble to defend, and we want to make a stance in Europe because we're going to be playing against Europe's elite. We don't want to be getting beaten FIFA scores. We want to be putting a game on. We all go on about the Real Madrid 60-minute game, but we want to transform that into a 3 points and a historic win against Europe's elite. We're obviously going to be in pot 4, so we'll have some decent teams. I will be discussing in the next couple of weeks who we could potentially get in the Champions League group stages. You know, won't be Tottenham anyway because Tottenham are not in Europe this season. So Big Ange is behind me. He's getting blocked out. Thanks for a good service, Ange, but you know, we're moving on to a new season. Maybe we'll replace with Brendan's face at the long jacket. But do give me your input into Market Tilio. Excited about this guy? Is it just a case that we're going cheap? We're not looking for good quality? Are we going quantity over quality in this transfer window? Let me know what you think. Speak to us all soon. Hell.